Is yada, you ain't know? Listen, if you hear the doors or voices in the background, if you can't have the willpower, disregard it. Alright, lovelies. Let me check this out. Pause. Alright. So I if that short, I did make it like a short vid, if it made it to you, so you, you're supposed to see it and everything. So here's the thing, okay? This was talking about the energy. This is just a little. This is just like extended version and everything of that vid. All right. So here's the thing. Certain ones, okay. When certain ones came, came to Mother Earth and everything. Basically, had like, basically previously had like two strands of DNA active. Okay, that was like basically for survival mode and everything and stuff like that. And it was like forgetfulness and everything. And the part is that if you read about like certain ones like supposable Anunnaki or whatever, and supposedly like so this what was the supposable like story that came to me, whatever, in a sense. Like apparently the Pleiadians deceived the Anunnaki to making the strands dormant. Supposedly that's story that came to me, whatever. So the thing is, all right. The thing is, in those DNA, the certain DNA strands were not cut off. They weren't cut off. You feel me? They were dormant. And the thing is, those strands are waking up now. You feel me? We're in a specific time where those DNA strands are waking up, and they're activating. That means they can no longer go to sleep. They can't go back to sleep. Once they're awake, they're awake. Okay, so certain ones you may be breaking out of fear. Okay, all right, falling more into love, and love with self. And here's the thing, you feel me, about, you feel me, you got to stabilize your energy. You feel me? That's why they say what goes around comes around, everything. Your energy comes back to you. You feel me? So you feel me? It's like you feel me? It's like you don't want to be a spider. You feel me? Don't be one of those spiders that, you feel me? Some individuals are like spiders that didn't know that they can make a spider web. They don't know about their extrasensory perception abilities. Okay, supernatural abilities. Okay, all right. So the thing is, you don't fall into that. Okay. So the thing is, when your strands start to wake up, okay, the thing is, you got to basically integrate it. You got to be still to integrate it. You got to basically do the shadow work, the inner work. That means cleaning your garden. You got to change from the inside. So you feel me? So because changing from the inside, you feel me, you be still, you feel me, you upgrade your values, you feel me, and you feel me, and do the inner work, and then let it settle in you. It's like take a conscious nap. It's just like resting, no thoughts, calm the emotions, and you can upgrade, you feel me, amplify a bit with putting a smile on your face and everything, and just be still, listen to your breath. And what you're basically doing is feeling your energy. That's all you're doing. You ain't trying to hear no thoughts. You ain't trying to, you feel me, you ain't trying to do all that. You feel me, you like to rest and calm emotion, and optimist, you feel me, just pleasant emotion. Okay, you would like to rest in that. You feel me? All right, it could be raining. Certain ones could be doing all kind of knocking and bang, and you could feel your emotion. You could feel where they're at. Okay, that is you tuning your awareness. Get more into doing that. Okay, and the more heightened, you feel me, the more heightened intense you anchor that in. When you open, you feel me, out, when you open and see through these pupils, your own pupils. I ain't gonna say mine. You feel me? I'm just saying, when you see through your pupils, you feel me, the world around you is going to have changed to a specific degree. It's going to change to a specific degree. You feel me? Ever so slightly. You feel me? The more you tune in, the more it's going to change. Things are going to fall around you. Certain things going to happen to certain ones. You feel me? Certain ones, you feel me, if they were used to get on one side of the car or open the back door, they may actually get on the other side of the door, open it up. It's like it changes your reality, and you get to observe and get to, you feel me, and you're aware that your reality is changing. Certain ones are, you feel me, going to do certain things, you feel me, because certain ones may, you feel me, certain ones that are asleep, certain ones are going back into amnesia. Okay, they're basically, you feel me, basically falling back to sleep. Okay, the thing is for you to stay awake. All right. So the more that you activate your genetic code, you feel me, because it is apparently, you feel me. Okay. So apparently it may, you feel me, it may take a certain matter of days, and in this specific time, that time period, and it may, and like I said, the ones that aren't really doing the shadow work and stuff like that, and basically weeding their garden, changing the values and letting go of bad habits, stop carrying others as burdens, when others would just like to think that they're entitled to like ride on them and like act like they, you feel me, they're supposed to, like, they're entitled to their energy and everything. Don't be that individual. Claim your energy, claim, you feel me. So the thing is, okay, this being said, is when the DNA starts upgrading and everything, because, you feel me, it's going to be undergone for about 21 days or whatever. The thing is to be aware of your energy, even when your eyes is, and you just like, just because I'm just saying, do you really know what happens when you awaken more of your strands? Huh? You think them superhero movies is real? When you and you gonna ever, I'm just saying, someone's gonna mess around and you gonna find out that you really got those abilities. You got the ability to do things, and you feel me, they would talk about you in a movie. So I'm just saying, like, so here's the thing. You won't be able to teach from a book. I'm gonna repeat this again. The more your strands wake up, you won't be able to teach from a book. You'll be teaching from your life. You'll be teaching from your experience. You'll be teaching, like, you won't be able to be teaching from a book. Like, it's like watching an animal. Like, it's like watching an animal be an animal. They ain't wrote no book. They're just being them. So basically, you are going to basically, in a sense, be teaching like that. You're not going to be able to teach from a book. Okay, I'm just letting you know what has been, brought to my attention. Okay, so I'm just saying, if you think you're gonna try to write some books, just know that I'm just letting y'all know. So here's another thing. All right, so certain ones, relationships, and you feel me, if you know you've been doing the inner work and they've been laughing and shooting the ish and stuff, they ain't been doing the inner work, certain ones are deteriorating from the inside. Okay, certain ones are getting the internal inferno. Okay, the acne plasma, the blue acne plasma, is burning them from the inside out. Okay, certain ones you call your relatives. Okay, they not gonna make it. Okay, all right, don't try to use your empathy and sympathy when you'd have told them to do the work and they keep laughing and giggling and act like they bet they too good to do the work. They gonna fall away. Let them fall away. You continue, because you feel me, you're getting more, and you feel me, you're getting more youth. There's going to be a lot more things to do. You're going to have a lot more power. You feel me? When I say, that's why I say claim your energy. You ain't got everybody else's energy on you, everybody else's emotion, and everybody else wants you to feel the type of way about you being yourself. You feel me? You being a higher version of you. And being your true self, your truer self, a higher version of yourself. You feel me? Is you stepping into you're stepping more into your godhood, basically your God form. Okay, you're becoming that. The thing is, you could pray to the Most High, and when you close the prayer, you say, "In my true name, I pray." I was told that by the Most High, because it's your energy, it's your signature. You ain't trying to give it away. You claim your signature. If Jesus claimed his, he wasn't trying to put in everybody else's name. If he even existed, he put in his name. So he's like, put it in y'all name. Don't try to use my name. Certain ones try to get y'all, you ain't got to put in everybody. I'm just letting you know. If you would like what's yours, you say your name when you say in your true name. You ain't got to say what corporation name you was given. You say in your true name. I just told you to say it. So I'm just saying. So here's another thing, okay? Walk barefoot on Mother Earth. Walk barefoot, okay, and drink a lot of water, okay? And get some rest, okay? Stay positive, okay? And like I said, continue to cleanse your garden. Your reality is changing as the old is breaking away. The universe doesn't replace without giving, okay? So as the old is falling, certain ones are rising. You feel me? That's how it's, you feel me? The things have to be brought to accounting. That's why I say take an account and take your energy. Cause certain one, you feel me, you might have gave your energy to certain ones and they might be misusing yours or trying to depend on yours and try to hang on you for all kind of joy and happiness. It's like, no, you find joy within yourself. You find happiness within yourself. You feel me? So I'm just saying, yo, you feel me? Certain ones are trying to, you feel me, hang on and depend on electronics for happiness and stuff, which is gonna be their downfall. You shouldn't be dependent on that outside themselves. So I'm just saying, like, so be still and listen to your breath. Do your inner work, you feel me, and clean your garden. And like I said, DNA strands are awakening. Certain ones, y'all have more than 12. And like I said, you feel me, you can command for your strands to awaken, as well as, pray that, and pray and ask that the necessary plasma awaken your entire DNA strands and, the entirety. Okay. So I love y'all. Okay. Find something safe to do and stay accountable and get into tune with Mother Earth and find out what your spirit animals are, because the more you awaken, the more your animals come to you. Maybe bears, tigers. You feel me? You feel me? Those just your squad. You feel me? Know your squad. Okay, so we are getting into that organic field, and we got more abilities this come from. So I love y'all. Find something safe to and stay accountable.